2024 has seen many different unique roller coasters open at different theme parks across the world. Some being super tall, some being super, reborn, and some even have a gravy boat train. But none of them are better than what has opened at Europa Park, Voltron Nevera. A brand new Max Striker roller coaster, and it has so many elements, and it's crazy. You've got a beyond vertical launch, multiple other launches, 7 inversions, loads of theming, and just in general, it is a crazy ride. And I've actually ridden this thing, and I would definitely say it is my favourite roller coaster in the world. So as I seem to do with every ride that I like, or that's coming soon, or that opened this year, I thought, why not try and remake my favourite roller coaster in the game Planet Coaster and see how accurately I can make it. And I'm just telling you now, this is probably the best thing I've ever made in this game. So if you do go on to enjoy this video and you want to see more from this project in the future, then please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. Hello and welcome back to another Planet Coaster series. Another one! There's way too many of these now, to be fair. Every single time I make a new project, it's always a new series, obviously. And I know most of my Planet Coaster series are about 4 or 5 episodes long. I'm not going to lie to you, I think this one's going to be more 2 episodes, because as much as this is a massive project to take on, there's a lot of theming, the coaster itself, very intricate. I've got to make sure it's correct in all areas and all angles. But there's so much to do, and as you can see from the shots at the start, the only time-lapse footage in this video is just me building the coaster, and those shots do show that I've done quite a bit of theming. So if I keep it up that way, where I don't film anything other than building the coaster, then I don't think there's going to be many episodes. But literally, I just wanted to show you this project because I've been working on it. Obviously, Voltron, my now #1 roller coaster in the world. I just felt like I had to make it in Planet Coaster. It had to be done. And as you can tell, there's a lot of imperfections with the layout already. I've obviously not even made the beyond vertical launch. I've made it just vertical because that's all you can do in this game. That gets fixed later on. These dive loops are quite big as well, so just sort of following the floor plan, getting a good idea of the layout and sort of doing this as best I can to be updated later, because oh my god, this ride changes so much, and you'll see that later in the video. Because this piece of footage that you're watching right now of me building this was, I think, if I get the date up now, yes, the 2nd of April I built this, before I'd even been on it. I think it's before I even booked to go. So, like, this is just a really random thing of me going, I might build Voltron now in case I do go and ride it and really like it. And that was the case, because it's my #1. So now I'm going ahead with this full project. So this was sort of a half joke, and now it's actually turned into an actual thing. And yeah, like I said, half the layout has changed by now. All the profiling's a bit different. All the drops and turns are very much different angles and steepness, and very much angles and steepness. That was good English from me. As you can see, doing the 0G stall here, which then goes into an airtime hill and even more elements before it hits the turntable, the midpoint of the ride. And what you'll realise is this time-lapse is a very short part of this video, because for once, I'm going to spend the majority of an episode going around and showing you what I've done, and I'm even going to do a POV just so we can sort of compare it when it's eventually finished, and we can see the final POV compared to the under construction one. I think that'd be quite cool to do. Not done that before, and it's a first, and it's for my favourite ride in the world. So yeah, let's go and check out the area and everything I've done since April the 2nd. Hello and welcome to Grass Cam. We are actually here in the Voltron Nevera Planet Coaster world. I just want to let you know that this is extremely laggy. You've seen what my Nemesis one was like before. That was lagging a lot. This will be much worse once it's finished. But if I pan up, as you can see, this is what I've done so far. I'm only joking. This is what I've done so far. And as you can tell, my computer is dying. And very much so, because the amount of effects, you can see lightning in the bottom left, the coaster's going with like 7 trains, there's so many little pieces. You see that tower there? That is 40,000 pieces. 40,000, yes, you heard me right. I don't know where my life is going at this point. And as you can hear, you've got the lovely Mediterranean music coming on. Actually, this is copyright. I need to turn this off. Something I do want to mention is the fact that over there you can see I've started on a maintenance bay and a little bit of the indoor turntable with that massive tower there. Sort of started on that as you can tell, nowhere near finished. As you can see as well, I've been doing a lot of support work, but these aren't even connected to the track, so they're nowhere near finished either. And I've been focusing a lot on some of the Croatian theming. As you can see, this like building here, it's not fully done yet. You can see me adding some details like the worn bricks and stuff. And yeah, it's coming along nicely, I think. Because if you don't know, you can actually in real life go down here into the actual tower and sort of look at this little bit of ride. Or if you really want to, you can come up here and have a look properly at the massive tower and that first beyond vertical launch and also the rest of the ride behind. It's a really nice viewpoint, this. But we can kind of ignore this section so far, because in the final episode or whenever I do another one, you'll see a lot more of that, because that'll be way more complete. Because mainly what I've been doing is back here and in this building. Because obviously here is the entrance arch for Voltron Nevera, and if you step into the queue line, you can see this is the main entrance, and then here is your single rider and the virtual queue. Yes, you got the test seat, which isn't really complete, and then you got the cage bit. Why do Planet Coaster shadows in rooms just not work? Because this is what it should look like with the sort of dimmed lighting, because we're indoors, obviously, as light works in real life. But no, this game just decides, no, it's just going to look bright. As you come out of the building, you end up in the queue line here. And as you can see, I've done a bit of the theming. That's one of the Tesla towers. And if you actually go underneath that, you can hear clanging. Can you hear that? But yeah, this queue line genuinely took forever to make, because it's the exact same layout as the real one, or pretty much the exact same. And I still haven't finished it yet. There's still some like water turbine things to make and like an electricity area. There's so much to do, please help. And as you'll know if you've been on this ride in real life, the inside of this queue line is insane. I have managed to make the indoor queue line with the shutters that go down that sort of cover the train and that secret element up there. I've managed to make it look like this. And as you can see, he's always charging up. And then it opens and the train's gone. And then if you actually look on the other side of the room, there's a screen with the train of Planet Coaster people. I think my game's so laggy that there you go, there they are. My game just didn't want to load that then. But obviously this is the room where Nikola Tesla is in the center and you sort of all look at him. And he speaks occasionally. But genuinely, I'm so happy with how this turned out. Like, I was trying to make it look as accurate as possible, but I think this room in general is the most accurate thing I've built in this game, if I do say so myself. But obviously, from that point in the queue, you make your way upstairs, and then you end up in the station, which all of that is very unfinished. So I'm not even going to bother with that. But what we are going to bother with is the POV of this thing when it's half under construction. Here we go, we've just come round the corner and we're going into that pre-launch section. Obviously this can't work in the game because of limitations, but at this point you'd be bouncing up and down. Why the hell's that open so early? That's supposed to open like just as you're launching. We're about to launch into a wall. This is going to be good. But here we go, we're going into the beyond vertical launch. This may not be the smoothest because it still needs a lot of smoothing. So there you go, the fast corkscrew. Yeah, that was very, very jittery. Round into the dive loop, or whatever that's called. Immelmans, that's it. I'm so bad with element names. They're all right. They're not too bad. That rolling launch into the 0G stall. That seems okay as well. Yeah, it's not the smoothest thing in the world yet, but I've still got plenty of time to go before I finish this. So, plenty more smoothing to come, I think. And then you got the dive loop down into the turntable section. And this is... Look how bad it looks right now. Oh my god, look, we've turned around on the turntable. Obviously, I can't launch this backward because of the game again. And, well, maybe in the video you'll see it launch backwards, but not in this one. Then we go up the top hat. That's quite a fast top hat, actually. I think that's a lot slower in real life. Maybe I'll have to update that. Over the airtime hill. Wow. Wave turn. Some of the most airtime in the world on that wave turn, apparently, which is crazy. Into the double up. And then we've got this bit in the Croatia area. Down here, near the fake water. Lovely head chopper. And then go round through the last corkscrew. And the last airtime hill. You know what? It was okay. Please be sure to subscribe if you want to see more on this project, because it's going to take me forever. See you later.